What's going on? It's your boy Sermon at Sermon's Domain on Twitter. J. Cole and his Dreamville label are back with Revenge of the Dreamers 2. Since the last one, they've signed two new artists, Ari Lennox and an artist from North Carolina, a rapper by the name of Lute. And the whole project to me is it's like a talent show in a sense. All these artists are on J. Cole's label, and here they are getting their chance to shine. You know, J. Cole has a fan base that whatever he puts his name on, people are going to pay attention, people are going to listen and give it a chance. And I feel like this would be a talent show because if these guys impress you, then you're going to want to listen to their solo projects, whether you go in their previous catalog or you just await their next project. And, you know, when I first listened to the project, I wasn't too into it. I felt like it was just kind of there, and I feel like that can be said about a lot of albums when you first listen to them. So if I was doing like a first impressions video, this is where it would end. I'm not really feeling the project. But I kept listening, and I can say I thoroughly enjoyed it. I feel like J. Cole's whole roster has this like potential. I don't know if they're going to be like stars. Like, I don't know if this is going to be a situation where like Jay-Z signs J. Cole and he becomes this huge star. But I can tell you that J. Cole values that quality over quantity with his label. The project is only 9 songs. And for the new signees that I mentioned, they only get one chance to shine. That's your first impression of them for a lot of people. Because a lot of people, I never heard of Lute or Ari Lennox prior to this. I know Lute got some blog love and stuff on his last project called West 1996. But for a lot of people, you know, this is their first time listening to him. And with Still Slummin', which is Lute's record, I was impressed enough that I had to go back and listen to West 1996. And I think that says a lot about his potential, the quality of that song on Revenge of the Dreamers 2. Because a lot of times I'll just wait. I'll be like, okay, this is pretty good. I'll wait till the next project comes. Now, I wanted to revisit, you know, his old project and see, you know, how he sounded. And he sounds pretty much in that similar lane as on this project. And then you have the artists that have been signed for probably, I believe it's over a year now. And they kind of get more shine because I feel like they're established enough to where people want more out of them. As opposed to the new artists where it's like, okay, bring your best foot forward. This is what we're going to put on the project. This is how everybody's going to be introduced to you. And then they'll have this hunger for more. Where, you know, Kaz and Boss, they're already pretty much established. They have a fan base. My favorite record on the project was Tabs with Kaz and Boss. And then my second favorite was Housewives. And I liked all the songs on this project. But I feel like the one thing that I can say is that J. Cole definitely got outbeat by his team this time. I feel like his record, Folgers Crystals and Cage Bird, they just weren't up to par with, like, you know, anything. They're just kind of records. They're not bad records, but when you put him up against his team, you can see he's the weakest link. And I think he did that purposely. You know, he has that name recognition, but he wants his team to get the most shine out of this project. And I love that idea because so many artists have labels and they don't push them. You know, you see like a Maybach Music. You don't see Rick Ross touring with his whole label. Or, you know, these artists are kind of fending for themselves under, the Maybach Music brand. But here, J. Cole is trying to build up these artists to where they can go out on their own. To where, you know, they have fans and they can put out albums. That's the one thing that J. Cole has done well is with his Interscope deal with Dreamville is put out albums. But overall, I gotta say, Revenge of the Dreamers 2 was impressive. I think if you listen to it, you'll definitely find some good records on there. You'll discover some new talent and, you know, anticipate hearing more from them in 2016. I know J. Cole's gearing up to put out something in February. It could be that long rumored Kendrick Lamar collaboration album, but, you know, at this point it's all rumors and hearsay. So we shall see, but I'm pretty sure all these artists under Dreamville will probably have a pretty big 2016 as well, putting out some new projects. So now I got 3 questions for you, the viewers. Which Dreamville artist is your current favorite? For me, I gotta go with Kaz. I feel like Kaz was the one that I paid attention to before he signed to J. Cole, and I'm just really impressed with his sound, and I think he can, be like a, I don't know, I don't want to compare him to anybody. He can be big though, I feel. So that's my current favorite. Who had the best song on the project? Which song was the best? Let me know in the comment section below. And the last question, is there anybody that you can see becoming a huge star from the label? Whether it's in the next year or the next 5 years. Do you feel like anybody, at least just listening to this project, has that potential to be like on a J. Cole level at one point? Let me know in the comment section below. And, just let me know your thoughts on the project in general. J. Cole is putting his label on in a way that reflects quality over quantity, and in the long run, it's going to be that winning formula. These artists are already fresh in the minds of J. Cole's fan base. They've been on tour with him. J. Cole promotes them. His fans listen, and Revenge of the Dreamers 2, it does exactly what it needed to do. And at the end of the day, that's all you really want, is for a project to do what you set out to do, and that's showcase the label. So, Dreamville 2016, let's see what they can do. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already, share the video. Follow me on Twitter at SermonsDomain. As always, thank you for your time. I appreciate you for watching, and until next time, peace.